The world is divided by imaginary lines. Where's the Tropic of Capricorn? Southern Hemisphere. Western Hemisphere. Eastern Hemisphere. Northern Hemisphere. The Tropic of Capricorn is one of many lines that divide the globe, and barely anyone lives south of it. It marks the southernmost circle of latitude, where the sun appears directly overhead. The line sits about 23 degrees south of the equator. Burime, what is it? Embroidery technique. Rhyming game. Korean dessert. Paper cutting. Burime, it's a word game. Sometimes it is called literary, but in essence it is fun that can make you laugh, cheer up, allow you to while away the time on a trip, or when waiting for something boring. It can be played in a company, as well as with the whole family. She brings together several generations for great entertainment. Which of these may be the most famous dip in Texas Mexican cuisine? Guacamole. Salsa. Queso. Ranchero. Queso, otherwise known as chili con queso, is a creamy cheese sauce that's usually based on processed cheese melted with some kind of peppers. You can trace the origins of the dish to Chihuahua in Mexico, but when it's made with Velveeta, it's purely American. Do you know these mollusks that can weigh over 400 pounds? Atlantic surf clam. Pacific razor clam. Pacific oyster. Giant clam. The largest giant clam ever found dates back to 1817. The clam was no longer alive, but it weighed 510 pounds and probably would have been 550 pounds when it was still alive. The shell was 4 feet 6 inches across. Known simply as the greatest, can you name this sports legend who won gold at the 1960 Olympics in Rome? George Foreman. Joseph Frazier. Muhammad Ali. Joe Louis. Muhammad Ali is a celebrity who transcends generations, but it was the baby boomers who grew up idolizing the boxer in his prime. He won gold at the 1960 Olympics in Rome as Cassius Clay, then converted to Islam the next year and took on a new name. In 1964, Ali stunned the sports world, when he defeated Sonny Liston to become world heavyweight champion. Religious landmarks are some of the most popular on the globe. Where is Stonehenge located? England. Andorra. Luxembourg. Algeria. We don't know exactly why Stonehenge was erected, but many structures built in prehistoric times were built for religious purposes. Stonehenge is located in England, and was built as far back as 3000 BC. Some believe it belongs to Druidism. What is the law of physics that says that the deformation of a solid body is directly proportional to external influences? Newton's third law. Coulomb's law. Hooke's law. Ohm's law. Hooke's law, the law of elasticity discovered by the English scientist Robert Hooke in 1660, which states that, for relatively small deformations of an object, the displacement or size of the deformation is directly proportional to the deforming force or load. What tree in ancient times in the Balkans was supposed to be planted by the roadside, by a man who had committed a misdemeanor? Walnut, plum, pear, oak. In ancient times in the Balkans, a person who committed a misdemeanor had to plant a plum near the road, so that the priest would absolve him of his sins. Roads all over the peninsula and now pass in the shade of plum trees. Which country first began using horseshoes to protect a horse's hooves? Egypt. Seleucid Empire. Greece. Rome. The earliest forms of horseshoes can be found as early as 400 BC. Materials used ranged from plants, rawhide and leather strap gears referred to as hippoxantles by the Romans. In ancient Asia, horsemen equipped their horses with shoes made out of woven plants. What is the name of a fast pairs dance native to the United States, based on gliding steps? Saltarello, foxtrot, tango, swing. The foxtrot is an early 20th century American dance that has its origins in the one-step, the two-step, and syncopated ragtime dances, Norton. It was popularized in the USA by dancers Vernon and Irene Castle in 1914, and it is believed to be named after Harry Fox. Heroic scenes usually were depicted on the inside of this object. And on the outside, terrible monsters. What was decorated in ancient Greece in this way exactly? The answer to this question is in the comments under the video, but I'm sure you know the answer yourself. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel. See you soon.